Hello and welcome to Manchester City versus Bayern Munich live at the Alliaz Arena. And we're just about to kick off now. Here we go, run away with Bayern Munich. On the ball, Manchester City visiting the Alliaz Arena after being in Bayern's group for the third time in 4 years. City were the only team to win at the Alliaz Arena last season after staging a great comeback after being 2-0 down. So it's the Bundesliga champions versus the Premier League champions. And we'll see how this one pans out. So I will get the team news up right now. I know I'm watching it, but obviously every player is in the shot at once, so it's hard to give you it all. So I'm mostly not been here, but so this is probably the big game of the night. It's a 4-3-3 for Bayern Munich with Manuel Neuer in goal, Rafinha at right back, Boateng and Benatia making the centre backs, and Bernat at left back. So it's a very defensive midfield three in Lahm, Alonso and Alaba. And then up front, Muller on the right, Gertz on the left, and Lewandowski up front. So, for Manchester City, Joe Hart in goal, Sanya right back, Clichy left back, Navas on the right, Nasri left, Torre and Fernandinho behind Silva, who is behind Dzeko. So, those are the teams, and this is the heavyweight clash of the group stage so far. This is the game of the night by far. Hopefully the teams won't let us down. Here's Lahm into Lewandowski, and he was just offside there, but Company had already made up for it with a good shoulder challenge on him. Inches offside, good decision by the linesman. His view was blocked by Muller, but he still managed to make a good call there. So the other games tonight, Roma hosts CSKA Moscow versus Paris Saint-Germain at the Ajax, the Amsterdam Arena. Barcelona versus Apoel. Chelsea versus Schalke. Maribor versus Sporting Lisbon. Bilbao versus Shakhtar Donetsk, and FC Porto versus BATE. I'll try my best to keep you updated with those games, and in doing so, Roma have already scored in their game to make it 1-0. It's Juan Iturbe is the man to get the goal. Here come Bayern Munich with Lewandowski, bit of step overs. Company got a foot in, and it's a throw into Bayern Munich. Alaba, Alonso, back to Boateng. Benatia sees it on the other flank. Bayern just very happy keeping it around their own area for now. Switch up all the way to Rafinha though. Now here's Lahm. Back to Rafinha, who just tried to hit it into the box first time. And it was a poor ball in the end. Throw in on the far side. But Manchester City deep inside their own half. So just before I started, the game had already started, and Thomas Muller got a chance inside the opening seconds where he took it round Joe Hart and into the side netting after a beautiful flick on by Robert Lewandowski. So Bayern should be leading already in this game. Here's Nasri. Fernandinho playing it safe, playing it back to Demichelis. Playing a very high pressure game. Oh, and it's a great tackle there. Oh no, it's been given as a foul, dangerous according to the referee. I think he may be right there. Xabi Alonso came in. Oh, he got the ball, but it's a crunching tackle on Fernandinho. It could have caused an injury. The Alliaz Arena is absolutely bouncing. Here's Silva. Navas. Sanya. Silva again. Trying to work something. Taking it forward. Tries to 1-2 with Nasri. Philip Lahm was just to have got that cleanly there. Company all the way back to Joe Hart to keep possession for the Premier League champions. Headed away there by Alonso. Company heads it back. Oh, it was dangerous. It could have easily fallen through for Nasri there if Rafinha had got that wrong. Good defending in the end from the Brazilian. So, in fact, I think the way Bayern have lined up is Alba at left back, Bernat in centre midfield. Oh, the stand in Bayern is absolutely bouncing. That could fall through. Absolutely jumping. Just amazing scenes, and it always is there. Such a good atmosphere. Goetze coming inside, giving it to Alba. Back to Goetze. Back to Bernat. Bayern working something here. Lahm. Now it's Muller. Oh, he's just trying to get an angle for a shot close down by Fernandinho. Rafinha's ball into Lewandowski. It's just past Lewandowski there. Navas is to clear it away on the far side. No, he doesn't. He lets it go for a throw-in. So close there by Munich once again to getting that breakthrough. They have come close twice now. It's an inch too much for Lewandowski. Company tried to acrobatically clear it, missed, fell just too far in front of Lewandowski. And City escape again. Here's Lahm. Rafinha. Lahm again. Back to Rafinha. And back again to Benatia. Neuer forever eager to come off his line and help out, but he's been instructed to stay back there by Benatia. Bayern have gone with a less orthodox kit, you know, something a bit different this year. Normally they're all about the red and white stripes. This shirt's red and blue with a bit of white on the sleeve instead, so it is interesting. It's a nice kit, and we'll presume they'll be back to normal next season. Nasri. It's Clichy. Trying to find Dzeko, who's leading the line for Manchester City tonight. No Aguero. That's a good point actually. I'll get the subs up. Just as I check the other scores, in which we do have another goal. It is FC Porto against Borisov. The goal scorer is Brahimi in the 5th minute there. And Chelsea lead at Schalke also. Fabregas getting his first goal for Chelsea in the 11th minute. And Roma have doubled their lead against CSKA Moscow as well. So we've got a lot of goals already this tonight. It is Giovinio, former Arsenal player, to score for them. So a lot of goals already tonight. We'll hopefully that floods into this match and we see some more goals in here. So on the bench for Bayern Munich, we've got Pepe Reina, Dante, Ian Robben, Xherdan Shaqiri, Claudio Pizarro, Rode and Huijsberg. And then on the bench for Manchester City is Caballero, Milner, Kolarov and Boyata. And here come City now. Clichy crosses in, headed away there by Boateng, brought down by Nasri. Wasn't the best of touches though. Fernandinho has it. Clichy, Nasri, Yaya Toure. Fernandinho and City go back again. Don't want to risk the possession, City. Possession is infamously hard to come by against Guardiola sides. This is a Guardiola side like any other. Class all over the field, depth, and just something. He's capable of winning anything, and Bayern are exactly capable of doing exactly that. Rafinha. City applying some pressure here. Benatia tried to find Lewandowski, but Clichy dealt with it. Torre, Nasri, Silva, Nasri. City working it here. Fernandinho. Torre getting further forward now. Navas. Let Sanya run onto one. Yaya Torre. City building it around the box here. This could be dangerous. David Silva. Bit of space. Go back across. Oh no, goal there. And it was near post. But Manuel Neuer got down well to thwart the Bosnian striker and keep the scores at 0-0. So City have had their first shot. And it was a very good move as well. I all know that City can just do that. They can just turn on a switch and really go at you. Rafinha forward to Lahm. Bernat. Great turn from Lewandowski. Lewandowski, loads of space. He just didn't pull the trigger. So he left Lewandowski. Could have had the shot. And unfortunately for him, it didn't quite come for him. Manchester City breaking away now with Navas. And Boateng slides in. Great tackle. Manchester City throwing. Touch there. Falls for Torre, luckily enough for him. Silva is more natural number 10 role tonight, but that won't stop him drifting out wide. The great thing about them is they just drift all over the field. There's always people in the positions you need them, and there's always people just making fluid runs and keeping the ball and creating space, creating options, and it's absolutely class, the midfield they have. Here is Torre, Nasri, Silva, Nasri. Just little passes around the area, just creates a bit of space. City are looking more dangerous now. Here's Torre. Great strength, and it's a beautiful switching pass to Sanya, who now carries it forward on the right. Navas. Can he get across in from here? Sanya on the overlap. Crossed in by Sanya towards Nasri at the back post. Rafinha dealt with it, and it's away by Bernat. Only to Navas. City apply more pressure. Sanya deflected, and Goetze has the ball, and it's found its way back to Manuel Neuer. Bayern not really creating anything here. It's a risky ball from Rafinha, but just about kept in play. Well, kept possession. And Lewandowski now switches it. Bayern advance once again. Alaba. Here's Goetze. Alaba again. Xabi Alonso. Good work here from Bayern. Philipp Lahm. Rafinha. Oh, he couldn't quite slip through Philipp Lahm. And Torre's pass was too heavy for Nasri. It's going to be another Bayern throw. Rafinha onto Muller. Lahm. Oh, great tackle from Fernandinho. David Silva now has the ball for Manchester City. He's kept it well. Good thing about watching a game with Manchester City, and no matter what the score, they're always looking to go forward and create attacks. Great touch by Dzeko to bring it down there. Well holding off Jerome Boateng. Both play 6'4", so that'll be a good aerial duel tonight. Nasri coming inside, slips it to David Silva, tried to poke it across goal, and it was dealt with by Spanish veteran Xabi Alonso. And David corner. Real opportunity for Manchester City here. Now very dangerous in the air. They've got some big players. So do Bayern though. Crossed in towards Sanya, headed way over the bar. We have another goal tonight, and it is at the Amsterdam Arena. Ajax are now 1-0 down to PSG. Edinson Cavani with the goal. 1-0 there. So there's took a while to get to this stage last night. There's only 4 games now that are goalless, and this is one of them. Alaba switches a beautiful ball to Rafinha, and he just couldn't bring it down. It was a great ball, and would have been a crossing position and a good chance for a shot at goal maybe there. But Rafinha's touch let him down. David Alaba, absolutely fantastic left back. 21-year-old from Austria. He's just a great all-round player. He's good free kicks, passing, very fast, good tackler. He's everything you need in a modern fullback. David Alaba, and he's probably one of the best left backs in the world right now. I mean, I don't know of any club that wouldn't take him. Here he is now in possession. Alonso, Goetze, taking it forward. It's Bernat looking to find the ball in towards Lewandowski. Wonderful save by Joe Hart. It fell to Thomas Muller just around the penalty spot. He got to that very well. Joe Hart's forced over. Great save. Thomas Muller's done exceptionally well to get ahead of Clichy there. And it's so close to being a Bayern opener. It's the 3rd time that they could have scored now. And it's a corner to Bayern Munich. Looks like he's going to take it short here. Xabi goes to Alaba, falls to Boateng! Oh, just over the bar. That was something out of doubt. Short corner to Alonso, back post to Alaba, who heads it across. And Jerome Boateng couldn't quite find the finish. It was a great save from Joe Hart that led to that corner. Here come Bayern again, it's Thomas Muller, and Joe Hart comes out quickly. With that, out of absolutely nothing, they create another attack. And while we're still looking for our first goal here, there's 3 now for Roma against CSKA Moscow, with Maicon scoring the 3rd. And well, CSKA Moscow are now rooted bottom of the group, with Roma firmly top, and Bayern and Manchester City taking 2nd and 3rd place. Here's Goetze. He is now a German legend, Mario Goetze, coming on as a substitute, score Germany's World Cup winning goal in the 113th minute. Muller plays it across. Oh, it's a wonderful save by Joe Hart once again. And Bayern come so close, and it could be easily 4 goals to Bayern right now. Beautiful cross in from Thomas Muller. I think it was Lewandowski that took the shot. Joe Hart dive into his far post to keep that one out. That's 2 vital saves now from Joe Hart, and it's chances that Bayern Munich may come to regret. Xabi Alonso, beautiful ball forward. Goetze back to Bernat. Couldn't quite find Goetze there. Company dealt with it well. Navas, bit of trickery in a risky area. It's Company that drives forward to get it away, but it's a poor pass and a rare one. Lam across the air. Torre pokes away, and it's great play by City. Now they're on the counter. Torre driving. We know he can drive the ball. Out wide to Silva. What can he do from here? Definitely shooting range. Kills it back post to Dzeko. Dzeko trying to get a shot away. Gets a shot away, and it's inches wide from Edin Dzeko. This is end-to-end stuff, and I can't believe it's still 0-0. Dzeko was trying to work the shot, shifted it onto his left foot, and it curled inches wide of Manuel Neuer's far post. Still 0-0. 22 in here. Very, very close game that could go either way. I think it's absolutely vital in this. Impossible to tell what it'll do. Will it spur the other team on as well? Both teams have created the chances. Xabi Alonso trying to find Lewandowski with that ball headed away by Sanya. Bayern comfortably back in the possession of the ball. David Alaba. Xabi Alonso. Likes to guide it forward to Benatia, who's in a bit of a right full-back position now. He's taking it down the right wing. Rafinha slipped from Nasri, but Bayern couldn't capitalise on it. Boateng switching to Bernat. It's a beautiful ball and a good touch from him as well. Alaba. Lots of possession here from Bayern, and they know what they're doing. They're just looking for that gap. When City make that mistake, they will capitalise. Alaba, Lahm. Good ball to Muller. He didn't get a man on shout, and Torre took it. Navas. Now City can break. Navas is so quick, and he's had to slow the attack down there because he had to turn to avoid various Bayern Munich tackles of players sprinting back towards their own goal. Demichelis now to Nasri. Clichy. It is Benatia to shield it out. No problem for him. Oh, and the second brilliant Joe Hart save. Mario Götze took the shot with his left. It hit Vincent Kompany's elbow and ended up forcing a great save out of Joe Hart. It's too close to be considered a handball though, or he did goal scoring opportunity though. So you know, you always hear this, but it falls under that category of you've seen them given. Bernat. Lahm. Rafinha. Thomas Muller keeping possession well there. Rafinha can only go backwards. Good pressure from Manchester City. Pushing Bayern back. Boateng. Götze. Lahm. Benatia now. Muller. Muller gets it back. Lewandowski trying to turn. Kompany shields it well. And Manchester City back in possession. It's a bad touch from Torre and bad touch from Bernat, and it's gone straight back to City. Fast. So much space. Dzeko's in the middle. It's towards Dzeko, and it's a superb block by Jerome Boateng. That could have easily been, once again, a Manchester City goal. Navas' delivery was good, but Boateng slid across to prevent any sort of chance for Edin Dzeko to pounce on. Both teams need to be careful at the back, because I mean, it could be 3 or 4-0 to either team at the moment. I mean, it could be 3-all. It's so many chances missed. Nasri. Dzeko heads it on to Fernandinho, and it's straight at Manuel Neuer. And Fernandinho was offside anyway, so it wouldn't have counted if he did get his head to the ball. Bayern living dangerously. Benatia. Rafinha to Xabi Alonso. Puts a beautiful ball to Mario Götze, who's just offside anyway. What a ball that was. It's Xabi Alonso. Oh, and he wasn't offside either. Typical Xabi Alonso. Miles and miles he can cover with the ball in a single match. He can pass any way he wants to, and it's an absolute steal from Bayern Munich getting him for 5. Bayern have had 4-3, and all of the attempts have been worthy of goals. I mean, you could have seen goals from absolutely any of them. Here is Rafinha. Manuel Neuer. Alaba once again taking it forward. Bayern really struggling now. Like, they created so many chances early on, but it doesn't look like they can find a hole to exploit. They might have done here with Rafinha trying to cross the ball in. Dealt with well by Fernandinho. Nasri to whack it in Edin Dzeko's direction by Jerome Boateng, and it's a Manchester City free kick just inside their own half. Just a little push there from Boateng. I don't think there was much in it. And Manchester City, well, they can capitalise on things as little as this. They really can. Here is Navas taking short. Clichy. Silva. That's a Demichelis. Torre with a great turn there. Risky as well, and Torre slipped it through to David Silva, who now finds Dzeko to shoot, and he's drive on that Manchester City could have scored. I mean, I don't think Dzeko particularly fancied it on his left foot, but it was a half-decent scoring opportunity. And City are going to be full of confidence at the moment because they're having quite a few good attacks. Bayern sort of wearing down the legs of the City attackers, just playing it around them. And then hoofing it upfield there, which is a direct style of play that you don't often see from Bayern. I mean, Muller's quite tall, Lewandowski's quite tall, they can win it in the air, but direct play doesn't always work, Don't know if it's going to stay like this or Guardiola will get it out of them at half time. The over the top ball was just too much for Sami Nasri. Just too much. Here is Xabi Alonso. Bayern Munich's number 3. Mehdi Benatia, signed from AS Roma, who are 3-0 up tonight. In the summer, for 24 million, he was linked with Manchester United, Chelsea, Manchester City, and this is where he came. Barcelona lead now against Apoel FC. Gerard Piqué, the scorer. So another goal, another game with a goal. There's only 3 left for us to see a goal in. And AS Roma now make it 4-0. They're absolutely trouncing CSK in Moscow. Gervinho gets the second. The ball through to Lahm here. Muller. Alaba. That's the shot, and Alaba's just hit that wide. Great long shot from the Austrian. David Alaba is very much a star. Well, he's a star now, let alone of the future. And not the best of efforts. Not too far wide, though. Dangerous. I think Joe Hart did have it covered. FC Porto have the lead against Borisov. Brahimi getting his second of the night. Got a total of 9 goals in the Champions League so far in our 8 games, and we're not at half time yet, so it's going fairly well. But we once again are hoping to see some of those goals in this group. Well, we got 4 of them in this group, but I mean in this game. Maribor Sporting still 0-0. And Athletic Bilbao versus Shakhtar Donetsk still 0-0. Here's Bernat, great turn of pace, crossed in. Demichelis can't deal with it. It's touched to Alaba. Great save by Joe Hart, and it could have. Oh, it's one of those once again that Bayern will regret missing. Wonderful little layoff. I mean, Alaba really needs to be scoring there. He had the whole goal to aim for and he put it straight at Joe Hart. Unlucky Bayern. City lucky again, and Yaya Touré's been fouled there by Mario Götze. Free kick for Manchester City. Another perfect ball in from Bernat. Derek Kayes couldn't deal with it. For David Alaba to smash goalwards. And ended up being straight at Joe Hart. And it's another great effort from Bayern Munich, isn't it? Manuel Pellegrini in the stands today. Serving his touchline ban. European touchline ban, as it Alliaz Arena ban tonight. Both of them serving their suspensions. I think he might be being saved for the Chelsea game. They don't want to risk injuring him because Sergio Aguero is one of the best strikers in the world on his day. But it's keeping him fit. It's keeping Sergio Aguero fit, and it can be very difficult to do because he has got tight hamstrings. Very much playing behind the striker at the moment. Muller, he can't find a killer pass. Rafinha, Xabi Alonso, back post to Bernat, and Joe Hart comes out to claim, made himself big. Threw it out to Jesus Navas. Leads the charge for City. Dzeko. Good work there from Bayern. And they head back with Jerome Boateng. We can't let his size fool you. He's 6'4", but he's so quick, Jerome Boateng. He really is. He's just an all-round great player. I mean, he's one of those that's got everything about him, but his best aspect is his physicality and his tackling, and that's why he's at the back. But Jerome Boateng, obviously an ex-Manchester City player, had a couple of seasons there, never really broke into the team. Bayern brought him back and made him one of the global. He's one of those that is quite greatly recognised. Poor ball from Benatia there. Bounces back to Xabi Alonso. Boateng. Chips out wide. Bernat looking for another perfect delivery. Hits Sanya this time though. There's a throw in. No, Bernat's at left back. I think the Bayern formation is very open to change. I think that's their general theme tonight, is just keep flowing, keep moving, and just keep covering each other, because there's been I've not been able to recognise many players' positions because nobody's stuck to the spot really. Lewandowski to Götze, lays it off to Lahm. Will he fancy a crack? No, he's giving it Rafinha. He wants to find a ball in. Lahm. I think they considered trying to risk it there. Jerome Boateng did. He won it back after his initial pass was blocked. Here's Alaba. Slips it through to Lewandowski. Takes it around. Robert Lewandowski hits the side netting. And that is the second time that Joe Hart has had the ball taken round him. First of all by Thomas Muller. And that time by either player had much of an angle to work with. And they both hit the side netting. Very cheeky ball from Alaba. Slips through Kompany's legs as he went low to block it. And Robert Lewandowski coming close again. Benatia hoofs back over his head and away. Clichy with a heavy challenge there on Thomas Muller. A free kick to Bayern. 7 shots now for Bayern. 5 for Manchester City. 3 on target for Bayern. And still only the 1 shot on target for Manchester City, which was Edin Dzeko's forcing a save out of Maman Neuer at the near post. Boateng hits it all the way forward. And it's not the best pass really, is it? Always going out of play. Frustrations running high, I think, for both teams at the moment is the general theme. because Bayern know they should have scored a few. City know they should have scored a few, and well, I think that's the main reason why most of the players are looking quite frustrated down there. Alaba, he's on his left foot to get an in-swinging cross in here to the midfield. Played it back to Boateng. Bernat. Muller's come short for him. Back to Boateng again. Bayern playing some nice football. Muller, oh, I say that and Muller gives it away. Curse to the commentator. Fernandinho. Very good run. Blocked off by Benatia. Switching ball by Company to Navas. That was a beautiful ball. And they just can't get any rhythm, either team. Every time they look to be sort of on top, do something sloppy, lose the ball. I think the final pass has definitely been there a few times. Players have had plenty of opportunities. Final pass needs to be better, I think, is the general theme. It's been there, but it hasn't been just crisp enough for someone to latch onto and have a gaping opportunity to score. FC Porto now 3-0 up against Bate Borisov, and it's Jackson Martinez to get himself on the score sheet in the third of the night. Benatia claimed his shirt was being pulled there by Dzeko, but it was, but he was pulling Dzeko back. I think it's 50-50 there. Dzeko. Go Clichy. Nasri. Torre. Nasri. Good play here. Clichy. Playing a nice 1-2. Clichy again with the ball in. Not the best. Navas has got it at the back post. He's brought it down well. And he's tried to get the cross in. Corner kick to Manchester City. Yaya Toure, Vincent Kompany, Edin Dzeko, tall players that Sami Nasri can aim for. Clips it in. Headed on it by Sanyo at the near post. Forced a good save out of man. That looked like it came out absolutely nowhere. And Dzeko completely taking out Mario Götze as Manchester City looked to counter. Dzeko's down. I think he's saying he hurt himself more than Mario Götze, who was straight back up on his feet. But Dzeko, the one that made the challenge, the culprit, has stayed down. And I think the referee is signalling for a stretcher. The medical team is across and the referee is definitely saying stretcher. Dzeko did get the ball. Oh, he's really gone nastily down there, Dzeko. I think that was actually a really good challenge from Dzeko. He's hurt himself badly. That is one. Probably Sergio Aguero is now warming up for Manchester City, which isn't good news for Bayern that Dzeko's injured, because I think they probably prefer him on the field than Sergio Aguero. Dzeko's up now and receives his yellow card, being escorted off the field. Sanyo with a great header that led to that. Neuer just punched it. I don't know if he needed to, but Neuer punched it away anyway. Well, who am I to say? I'm not the best goalkeeper in the world, which Manuel Neuer, without a shadow of a doubt, is right now. And Bayern play on from the free kick. They get it quite far forward straight away, and Alaba ends up fouling Fernandinho, trying to keep the ball. And now City have a free kick. It's a really tough game to call tonight. Manchester City versus Bayern Munich. I mean, two of the best clubs in the world. I mean, they're not the best. I mean, Bayern probably the third best in the world, and Manchester City. Well, this is the official rankings. Bayern are ranked third, Manchester City fifth. Yeah, other teams up there. Barcelona are top once again recently. Real Madrid second, third. Atletico for Manchester City fifth. Top 5 teams in the world right now. Great running, he's eased off Navas and he tried to slip it out wide to Goetze. Sanya read it and got his heel to it as he was running back. Silva, good turn, Nasri. Only 2 minutes left in this second half now, plus stoppages. Might be a couple. Dzeko is down. Things like that, but can't see it being too extensive. Poor header from Benatia, and Bayern have worked out quite well actually. Benatia headed it back to Boateng, who headed it up for Rafinha so he could head it back to Manuel Neuer. It's actually quite well worked in the end. You don't see this unit throwing. Muller took it towards no real Bayern player. Bernat arrived at the back post. I think he took a couple of bounces and ended up with Joe Hart. Navas over to Silva, who heads it on to Dzeko. Dzeko to Nasri. Sami Nasri coming inside. It was a key interception there from Benatia. Muller breaks away, and Bayern Munich are on the attack here with Thomas Muller bearing down on goal. He's had to slow down a bit outside to Mario Goetze. Muller's on the floor by Vincent Kompany. It's Lewandowski. Bayern are playing on. Lewandowski and shields with and gets it away comfortably. Benatia clattered into the back of David Silva there, and that's going to be a booking, I think. It's in Kompany first of all for his challenge on Thomas Muller, which is quite obvious. He didn't even look at the ball there, Kompany. He's just blocked off the run of Thomas Muller. Kompany's having none of it. And, was there a booking for Mehdi Benatia? Just 1 minute added on at the end of this half. Don't know how it's still 0-0. I really don't. We've had so many chances from both teams. It's half time in most of the other games right now. So this one is coming to a close. Couldn't quite get there. Fernandinho. Rafinha. Here's Boateng. Taking it forward now, Boateng. Bernat. Last attack of the half here. Bernat onto Goetze. Alaba. Back to Goetze, and Manchester City just got the ball. It was a bit too intricate from Bayern. Tried to just keep the feet a bit too like that. Oh, but Manchester City break. Silva onto Navas. This could be a goal here for Manchester City. Navas with the ball in. Oh, and Boateng's headed away. And I think that's it. It is the Bayern Munich 0, Manchester City 0 at the Allianz. So we're just going to quickly go through all the other scores of the first half before we leave you. 0, Manchester City 0, as you will well know. AS Roma 4, CSKA Moscow 0, Ajax Amsterdam 0, Paris Saint-Germain 1, FC Barcelona 1,
Apoel FC 0, Chelsea 1, Schalke 0, Maribor 0, Sporting Lisbon 0, Athletic Bilbao 0, Shakhtar Donetsk 0, and FC Porto 3, Bate Borisov 0. So we'll be back with you for the second half very shortly, and that is the first half.
Hello and welcome back to Manchester City versus Bayern Munich. The teams are on the pitch now, ready to kick off for the second half. So just before the second half, I'm just going to remind you of the other scores in Europe tonight. Well, just do all of them anyway. A few of them are back underway. So Bayern versus Manchester City is 0-0. Roma leading 4-0 against CSKA Moscow. PSG beating Ajax 1-0. Barcelona 1-0 up against Apoel. Chelsea 1-0 up against Schalke. Maribor and Sporting, Bilbao and Shakhtar still 0-0. And FC Porto are 3-0 up against Bate Borisov. We are the last game to kick off for the second half, actually, here. So both teams having plenty of opportunities in the first half. Could have easily been about 3-3, 4-4. I mean, there were a lot of chances for both sides. And it's hard to tell which way this one's going to go. It really is, because, I mean, Bayern have looked. If I had to call a better team, I'd have to say Bayern. I mean, they've probably made a few more mistakes than City, but you know, they've had the better of the good chances that have been in this game. Anyway, Dzeko and Silva are ready to kick off and are ready to get us back underway in the second half. And they have done indeed. So Manchester City get us underway at the Alliaz Arena. For the second half here, we will see if we get a breakthrough this half. We might not, you never know. So I think Manchester City would be very happy with a draw at this sort of stadium. I mean, it's a fortress. They won here last year, yes, but you know, those sort of things aren't always repeated. Here is Mario Götze looking to create something early on. Finds Alaba, great turn. Oh, and he just left the ball behind him a bit there. He wanted to cross it in and he just couldn't get it away from the closing defender, Sanya. Bayern have a corner very early on in this half. It'd be a perfect time to score either team, because, well, you know, it just throw the other manager's team talk right out the window. Xabi Alonso to take. The Alliaz Arena is on their feet with expectancy here. A bit of shoving in the box between Martin Demichelis and Thomas Muller. The referees stop things to have a word with them both. It's back underway now. Xabi Alonso into the box, headed away at the near post by Yaya Toure. Headed back by David Silva towards his own defence, strangely enough there. But it was headed away once again. I think it was by Company the second time round. Bayern have the ball under no real pressure inside their own half. Switching ball from Xabi Alonso. Inch perfect as usual. Rafinha. Muller. Long. Back to Benatia. Couldn't find an opening. It's been the general theme for Bayern. If they haven't found an opening, then they're not going to try and work for one. They don't sort of try and risk anything. They just play it back, start again. City, on the other hand, they like to drive, like to run more. We haven't seen that too much from Bayern, who have actually just won a free kick. Sergio Aguero is still warming up. He was warming up during the first half as Edin Dzeko took a fall, and he's warming up again now. Bayern take it short. Muller outside of the football, and it was a dangerous ball, but no real runner there for him. It's one of those balls that just look absolutely beautiful if you can pull them off. Such a red stadium, isn't it? I mean, you don't see many, like, I think the most notable stadium for it is Dortmund, because it's just mainly yellow, and you don't see teams, like stadiums, filled with their team's colour much these days. But the places you do see that are in Germany. That, I mean, in Germany it's got to be up there with the best support in the world. I mean, there's places like Turkey and Poland that are a bit mental as well, but the fans in Germany are just absolutely outstanding.
once again, by trying to work something, they can't find any sort of gap to work with. They have to. Muller couldn't quite scrape that round the outside of Clichy. Pressure from Lewandowski nearly falling. Fernandinho, I think it was, nearly falling there. Stayed on his feet. Company with a searching ball over the top of Navas that he did give chase to, and it was a good ball from Company in all honesty, but couldn't quite get there in the end. Just a tad heavy. Vincent Company side for Manchester City is their defending midfielder initially, and Benatti has made a horrible error there for Bayern. Neuer sort of smashed it at Benatti, poor control, and it's just an unnecessary corner out of absolutely nothing. Manchester City have got that there. Silva to curl it in, headed away by Lewandowski. Nasri. All the way back to Fernandinho, who's the furthest man back. He tries to keep the attack alive by giving it to Sanya. Now Navas. Really good opportunity for Manchester City here as they just knock it around the outside of the box. Torre driving forward again. Dzeko. Beautiful turn, but his touch was straight at Lahm. Alaba's been barged off the ball there by Fernandinho. It's a really heavy shoulder challenge. He's obviously not happy with it. No booking, I don't think. Not the strongest lad though, David Alaba. I mean, he's not weak. You couldn't really class him as a powerhouse, could you? Let's be honest. Here he is now. Alonso. With toe poke to Goetze. Bayern have a chance here. It's out wide to Muller. Oh, he just couldn't quite get to him. And poor pass from Rafinha means City can break. Dzeko. Navas. Good touch away by Boateng to prevent any sort of attack. Alaba's stolen it from Torre. Poked it to Goetze. Finds Lahm. Lahm trying to find a pass now. He faked a shot. Goetze couldn't find a ball into the box, and they're just that pass away Bayern every time from having a great opportunity. Such good build-up, and then they can't find that killer pass because Manchester City's defence has actually been really solid tonight. Here's Lahm looking to shoot. Oh, it's inches wide from Philipp Lahm. Very low shot. I think it had beaten Joe Hart. It wasn't too far wide of his far post. Oh, what it was in fact in the end. Philipp Lahm, he dragged it a bit. He didn't have much of an angle to work with. It wasn't miles away, but yeah, Joe Hart might have had that one covered. Not known for his shooting, Philipp Lahm. Alaba jumped up to head that one. He's given City a throw-in unnecessarily as well. Sanya. Poor play there. He's lost the ball. And Pep Guardiola tried to speed up the process there by passing the ball back to his players. And it was a miscued pass from the former Barcelona player. He towed that one and went out for what would have been a goal kick if he was a player, but unfortunately for Pep Guardiola, that ended a long time ago for him. Cross was deep to Nasri. Clichy. Nasri again. Silva. Just on the edge of the box here now, Manchester City. Bit further back to Fernandinho. It was a sloppy pass from Nasri, but it ended up staying with Manchester City, luckily. Navas. Sanya. Couldn't provide a ball in. It was blocked. Good work to get away from Goetze. He got the ball in the second time round. It was too deep for Nasri that time. And Rafinha's sprinted across to the other side to keep it in. He wants to keep the play going. He wants an attack. Rafinha, oh, it was a dreadful ball in the end. And Sanya's just let it go out for a throw-in. Rafinha's intentions were very positive there. And well, big players warming up for both teams. You got Lampard, Milner, and Sergio Aguero for City, and Dante and Ian Robben are the players warming up for Bayern Munich. So could see a bit of surge of substitutions sometime soon. Robin not 100% fit, neither's Aguero. Sanya. He's done well, but Götze has just eased him off the ball. It's flicked over to Muller, who's kept it in play, and Muller's got a half crossing position here, and he's gone for the left foot cross, and it's ended up going way into the stands. It was a poor ball from Muller, who hasn't had his best of games tonight, Thomas Muller. I mean, he's definitely up there with the best, but I mean, he's just another one of the players that's lacked that maybe creativity in the final third. Not been able to work his magic like he showed us he can in the World Cup. Alba, great run there to get away from Fernandinho. Tried to float it out wide to Muller, who won it in the air, but couldn't win the second ball because he didn't really have any support. So ball on the ground to Götze. Lewandowski in towards Muller, and the poke back. Muller again, Götze saved by Hart, and he's just bouncing around, bobbling around the Manchester City area. It was close to being something there. Muller did very well to find Götze, but I'm not sure if Götze having a shot was the best option. I think Muller could have laid someone off on the outside of the box to have a pop there, but he was being a bit more elaborate, being a bit more creative. You know, you can't fault him for that. Xabi Alonso, very cheeky ball forward to Alaba. Runs at the defence and couldn't find his pass either. It's cleared away. Poor touch from Torre. And he's just shot. Oh, there's two fouls there. Two Bayern players left in a heap. Torre on Xabi Alonso, Fernandinho on Lahm. And both of them were fouls. It was the first one that was given though. About 35 yards out, good opportunity for a cross in here. And James Milner is coming on for Manchester City. But you know what they say, never make a substitution when you're about to defend a set piece. And say you're about to do that here. I don't know why they say that. I think it's something to do with marking, positioning. Players on the field obviously know what they need to do, just that bit more. Joe Hart wants a 3-man wall. 4-man wall, well, he's got a 4-man wall. No, he hasn't. Navas is backed away. I think it might be a bit far out for a shot here. But with Xabi Alonso, Alaba, Lahm all stood over the ball, I mean, you can see them shooting. Oh, very nice little free kick tactic there. Falls to Alaba, who's lashed it over the bar. Miles over the bar. I don't even think you can class it as over the box. It was not near. Very nice free kick tactic from Bayern. Alaba's fake run. And there's a drag back by Lahm to give it to Xabi Alonso to cross in. Free kick tactics are getting more and more elaborate these days. You see something new tried every week. And the substitution is now made by Manchester City just after the set piece. Sami Nasri is the one to be replaced by James Milner, one of the goal scorers last year at the Allianz. Alaba. Fouled by James Milner. That's his first involvement. Benatia charging forward. Lahm tried to flick it onto Muller, but wasn't really making the run that Lahm expected him to be. Even the best get it wrong. I mean, Philip Lahm is absolutely unbelievable in ball retention, ball possession. Such good pass through the ball. You never see him give it away. Normally, because he plays it quite simply, but
It's not always the case. I mean, he can work some magic. He really can. Here is Rafinha coming inside. Lam finds Bernat, who's been quite quiet this second half. We saw a lot of good crosses from him in the first. Goetze coming inside. Oh, it's a beautiful turn. And good block by Sanya to block the shot. Xabi Alonso. Rafinha. Bernat. All the way to Boateng. Xabi Alonso turns. Boateng. Rafinha's ball in. Oh, it's gone all the way through to Bernat! Off the bar! Oh no, I think Joe Hart may have saved that. I'm not sure. Corner kick to Bayern nonetheless. I think it was a save by Joe Hart. Bayern coming close again. The ball from Rafinha was very deep. Joe Hart came wildly and missed it. And I don't think Bernat's shot was on target, but Joe Hart had to be sure. He palmed it back over his crossbar. It didn't hit the bar. Very close. Bayern again. Corner in from Xabi Alonso again now. It's deep. And it's all the way through, and Bayern appealing for handballs there against Fernandinho, non-given. The ref didn't even think to look twice at that incident. I think they were just appealing for appealing's sake there. The Bayern players. Crossed in towards Fernandinho, and he controls it with his leg onto his arm. I don't particularly... I'm not sure about that one. I don't think that could be given as a penalty. Maybe in some circumstances, but I just don't think he meant that at all. I mean, he controlled it against his own arm. Lewandowski. Good tackle from Fernandinho. Clichy. Moore trying to take the throw in quickly. Rafinha coming inside. Alaba. Boateng gives it back to Rafinha. It's a wonderful ball, and Muller has won another corner. I think Bayern might be taking this one short. No. Xabi Alonso's ignored the short option from Philipp Lahm. It's another good corner in, and Benatti has headed it over. Appeals for a foul from the Bayern players. I don't think that could have been given either. Sanya slipped there. He was all over Benatti. He was ripping his shirt almost clean off. Benatti was adamant he should have had a penalty, but you see that in every situation in the box. Anyway, Roma are now 5-0 up against CSKA Moscow. Crazy, crazy scoreline there. Schalke have equalised against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Good ball in by... Oh, Silva's headed that wide. Porto are 5-0 up against Bate also. So there's two 5-0s tonight. The scorer of Roma's fifth was Ignacevic own. It was an Ignacevic own goal. So CSKA Moscow centre-backs turned it into his own net there. Porto's most recent two, Brahimi completing his hat-trick and Adrian Lopez getting a fifth there. So those are the goals in that game. And Schalke's scorer was Klaus-Jan Huntelaar. So those are the goals in the second half so far. We are 62 minutes in to our second half. And 0-0 it remains at the Allianz. Still 3 games remain goalless. Maribor Sporting, Shakhtar versus Bilbao, and this one here as well is also goalless. The big one as well. Most people thought Manchester City visiting the Alliaz Arena. The big ones tonight have been Roma, CSKA Moscow. And FC Porto versus Bate. There is only 3 games with more than 1 goal in it as well. Chelsea Schalke 1-1 and then it's 2 5-0s. So it's not been a complete goal fest tonight. I mean, there has been in certain games. Milner's played a nice ball through to Navas, who gets the ball in. Benatia gets it away. Goetze heads it clear. Alaba, and there was a foul on Goetze there. Free kick to Bayern. It's a poor ball to Dzeko. Neuer deals with it very comfortably. Boateng gets it away. Alaba. Oh, and it's a sloppy pass from Alaba, out of play. And Bayern need to sharpen up because City are applying some pressure and you can see them doing something with this. Sanya with the throw-in. Navas. Good turning. Milner. Back to Navas. Back to Sanya. Great move here. And it's a tackle by Bernat. He just got the ball. Xabi Alonso. Beautiful pass out wide to Rafinha. Tried to cut inside and he was brought down by Clichy, who will receive a yellow card for that one. Was preventing attack. It was a professional foul. I think Clichy knew what he was doing. He just flicked his leg up. To stop Rafinha. There is a goal somewhere in this game. There is, but who for? Benatia rolling it forward. Poked to Rafinha. Finds Muller. Lahm. Muller again. Has a shot. Muller over the bar. Went for power from range there, Thomas Muller. He's ended up blazing it over the crossbar. Goetze won the header. Dzeko beating him though to the second ball. I think most people had fancied Dzeko over Goetze in an aerial duel. Thrown forward by Bernat. Sanya won it. And now Milner's got the ball. Won back by Lahm. Goetze. City looking a bit empty at the back now. Goetze can't find a pass. Xabi Alonso. He can always find a pass, but he couldn't that time. Rare one. Yaya Toure. Dzeko. Onto Navas. Navas looking for something else. He's found Milner. Fernandinho can't really do anything with it as well. City knocking it around quite deep at the moment. Good little bit of trickery by Silva. Toure. And he couldn't find a pass either. Lahm. Given away by Philip Lahm. You don't hear that often either. There's just been sloppy performance from both sides in general here. I don't think either team has played that well. I mean, they've shown elements of playing well, but there's been no team that's played outstanding in this game. I think there would be in a tie like this. In this group, seen as the group decider, but you know, with Roma winning 5-0, you never know. Here's Lahm. Finds Rafinha. Definite crossing position. He's drilled it across the goal and over the goal. And it is goal kick. Yes, it's a goal kick. Guardiola applauding his team for their efforts. in that little bit of play there. Hart's ball not finding Sanya, it's gone straight out of play there. Thanks to a bit of possession, pressure from Alaba. David Alaba. Great left back. Benatia. Xabi Alonso. Lahm. Boateng. Bernat. Good little move here going forward. Bayern finding a lot of space here. It's a great move. Alaba back to Boateng. Switches to Benatia. Every player's quite far forward now. Benatia. Rafinha. Trying to tease City out of defence. Benatia then floats it back post. Navas does his defensive duties and heads clear. Goetze picks it up. Finds Xabi Alonso in the centre of the park. Benatia got space to drive. Goetze. Benatia again. Great ball from Alaba. Bernat. Back post. Oh, it's cleared away by Demichelis. That could have gone anywhere. Alaba on the volley and it's spoofed wide. It wasn't the best. And, well, Bayern are appealing corner there. That was so close. Beautiful ball from Alaba. Great ball in from Bernat once again. They need to get him into that position more often like they did in the first half. Demichelis slid across to stop the cross. It hit Company and then luckily fell back to Martin Demichelis. I mean, that could have easily gone in their own net there. Good defending from Manchester City again. Lewandowski using his strength. Goetze. He couldn't find anyone. It's ended up with Dzeko and Goetze's made a great challenge there. He got back well. Xabi Alonso switches the play. Rafinha. He's driving it. Clichy. He's gone for goal. Hart spilled it and Muller couldn't make the most of it. Oh, that is so close once again. Muller was offside anyway. And Joe Hart's escaped that one there. He would have looked very red-faced if that had gone in. Rafinha had a crack from way out. Thomas Muller pounced on it. Joe Hart tried to catch that and he just bounced off his chest into the pass of Thomas Muller. And he's very unlucky there. Thomas Muller, I mean, he just needs to time that run a bit better. Could have been a Bayern goal. I mean, I've said that quite a few times, but there's been so many circumstances where there could have been goals. Bernat's thrown it long. Sanya won it in the end, though. Xabi Alonso not giving up on that chase. Muller puts it back in the air. Xabi Alonso heads it to Rafinha. Now it's Lahm. Lewandowski. Lahm. Ajax have equalised against PSG in their game. Shown it in the 74th minute, getting their goal. So that game, well, that goal leaves Barcelona top of the group. Here is a throw-in for Bayern Munich. Bernat launches it in field. It's all the way back to Boateng though. Benatia drifts with the outside of his foot to Rafinha. Lahm. Xavi. I mean, they're just knocking on the door here. Bayern really knocking on the door. Bernat with another ball in. It's up in the air by Demichelis. Navas is going to get to that, but his touch gave it straight back to Xabi Alonso. Bernat. Xabi Alonso again. And back again. Bernat finds a great ball to Benatia in the end. Bayern back in possession. How long is it going to take to break through this City line? They've been knocking at the door for some time now. I think a goal at this stage could win the game. And Benatia with another sloppy pass. And that's ruined Bayern's spell in possession. Substitution for Manchester City now. Edin Dzeko is off. The big Bosnian, and it is Sergio Aguero to come on. Will this man cook up something special? He usually can. Going to add a lot more pace up front for Manchester City, more runs. And it's just going to be more dangerous for them, really. Bayern won't like that one. Goetze. Rafinha's ball in. Muller got it stuck under his feet and he towed it at goal. Couldn't do anything. And now FC Porto are 6-0 up against Bate Borisov. And as Sergio Aguero comes on, their semi-fit powerhouse on the bench. Bayern are doing the same thing. They're bringing on Ian Robben. Lahm. Couldn't find Lewandowski. He was fouled by Sanya. Oh no, he wasn't. Lewandowski's fouled Sanya according to the referee. It's Abubakar that got the 6th goal for FC Porto. Yeah, I think it was more Lewandowski's doing than Sanya's there. Good call from the referee. He's had a good game tonight, I think. Really good game. Robert Lewandowski is going to go into the book for it. So Thomas Muller is the man coming off. He's not had the best of his games tonight. He's created some good chances though, and Ian Robben is his replacement. So 2 world-class players have entered the field, replacing Thomas Muller and Edin Dzeko, Ian Robben and Sergio Aguero. Great when you can bring people like that off the bench. But is it a risk? Are they fit? Neuer, really poor pass. Aguero closed that down quickly, but Xabi Alonso retains the ball. It's a wonderful ball to Lewandowski, who's taking a tumble and chasing it down. And I don't think you want to watch that one about Robert Lewandowski. He tried to bring it down, and then he lost his footing and did a roly-poly. Still 0-0 with 15 minutes to go at the Alliaz. I think City might be happy with this scoreline at this stage. Goetze flicks inside. Oh, that's a crunching tackle from Demichelis. And Demichelis, yellow card. The ref didn't want the advantage there. He just had to book Martin Demichelis. That was a terrible challenge. Just came sliding in on Gertz when he really didn't need to. Unnecessary foul, to be honest. So it's another free kick to Bayern. And what will these 3 conjure up this time? Xabi Alonso, David Alaba and Philipp Lahm. No wall for City, it's too far out. Good 40 yards, but they've worked it well. Boateng, Alaba, Boateng, Bernat Boateng. He's orchestrating the move at the moment, the big centre-back. And then his final pass was to give it away and allow City to break. Here goes Aguero. Good tackle from Benatia. And Alaba got there ahead of Fernandinho, and now Bayern are going to do the same thing. Bernat. He stayed on his feet, but Torre didn't allow him the advantage. The referee wanted the advantage to be played, and it's another free kick to Manchester City, to Bayern Munich. Taken quickly once again. Bernat. Boateng. Back to Benatia. Robben. First involvement is to pace it round Clichy. He tried to come back onto his left foot there. Oh, brilliant header there by Clichy to get it away and make sure it stays away. Manuel Neuer. Bit of space. As they try and hold on to the ball. Here's Boateng. Alaba. Boateng. Bernat again. What can Bayern do here? I mean, it's been the same thing pretty much all day. Alaba, Rafinha, Robin. Trying to play a ball through. Robin's gone round Clichy with ease. He's come inside. Robin's just going to keep running. And he's gone down inside the area. And he's screaming for a penalty. And he hasn't been given one. And Manchester City are complaining that they want Robin booked for diving there. Just kept running. And there was a definite pull by Demichelis. So I don't know what you can call it. He just wrapped his arm round Robin. Tugged it. Yeah, it was more of a... Just sort of tried to tug him back. And, well, Robin does have a certain reputation. That wouldn't have helped him in that situation, but... Don't know, it's debatable, that one. It really is. Lahm, Lazy, Navas, Milner. Crossing position on. Sanya's got nothing there. He wants Pep Guardiola's screaming for it to be taken quickly. There's 10 minutes left in this game. It's going to be a close one. Boateng. Over the top. Poor, really. Really was poor. And CSKA Moscow have pulled one back against Roma. Adrian Musa, young Nigerian, with the goal late on. Consolation, of course, but, you know, goal difference will help. They don't want to get battered on goal difference. Astonishing turn of events in the Nottingham Forest Fulham game in the Championship. 4-3 the score is. Forest has just scored 2 in 2 minutes to overturn the deficit. So just thought that was worth a mention because really good stuff there. Lewandowski looking to find an opening. Alaba. Robin. Trying to find that pass to Lahm. Demichelis shepherds it away. Guardiola's still appealing for that. Well, he's also shouting at his man, Claudio Pizarro, to come on the field and make a difference. He's to be the big target man up front. Benatia heads to Boateng. Lewandowski tried to head it on there. Nobody there for him. Yaya Toure. Jesus Navas. And we finally had a breakthrough in the Maribor versus Sporting game. Almeida de Cunha is the goal scorer for Sporting Lisbon. So that is now 1-0 in that game. Here's Aguero trying to get it into the box for Silva, and Benati's brought him down, and that could have easily been a penalty. I'm not sure. The referee's given a foul. Bayern Munich way, a bit further up the field. Benati has stuck a leg out, and he's definitely that is a penalty in my opinion. He's really taken David Silva out with that one. I think that's got to be a penalty. Maybe it's the way Silva went down that didn't really help him. But once again, it's one that could have been given. You've seen him at both ends now. Rafinha is the one to go off now for Pizarro. So I think Lahm's going to slot in at right back. It's going to be 4-4-2 more or less, with Goetze behind Lewandowski and Pizarro. Alaba and Alaba and Xabi Alonso in the centre mid as well, with Robin just drifting out wide probably. Here is Iron Robin. Or could it be Goetze and Robin on the wings? And Robin's just running and Fernandinho's just taking him out there. And it's a free kick to Bayern once again. Dante's ready to come on for Bayern, which is interesting. You wouldn't have thought a defender in this situation would have been their initial port of call, but it is Mehdi Benatia coming off for Dante. So centre back for centre back. Maybe he's just, I think Benatia might have just picked up a knock there. I think he has done. He was moving a bit gingerly as he went off the pitch. 5 minutes left. Dante's gone straight forward for the set piece. Bayern with a different crowd of players over at this time. Robin replacing Alaba. Xabi Alonso's crossed it in. Joe Hart catches. I think that may have come back off company. I'm not sure if that was a header directly from a Bayern player, but it's a fairly good save to make nonetheless. It was definitely going in. Comfortable enough though. Demichelis, no options but to play it back to Joe Hart. Dante heads it on. Headed away. Controlled on the chest by Xabi Alonso. Jesus Navas clears it down the pitch. Bernat. Dante, 4 minutes remaining now, and we are still goalless in this game. Alexander Kolarov set to come on for Manchester City. Xabi Alonso. Boateng hits it forward towards Bernat, and vital touch from Jesus Navas to concede the throw-in. Boateng trying to drive forward. Falling for Pizarro. Alaba. Lewandowski. Back to Alaba. Bernat. And it's blocked by Navas. City defending for their lives right now. Bayern are just trying to near closer and closer. And Kolarov is coming on for Jesus Navas. So it's a defensive change for City. They're going to try and hold on for the point here. A point would definitely be respectable at the Allianz. And then to try and beat Bayern at home, you definitely send them through the group. Holding on is always a bit of a risky method. Headed away by Fernandinho. Torre. Boateng's gone for a long shot, and it's a great save by Joe Hart. Good 40 yards out, maybe 35 yards out there, Jerome Boateng. And forced Joe Hart to make a great save. Oh, it was definitely going in. It was a beautiful strike from the big centre-back. Now Robin's set to take a corner. Well, he would be, but Fernandinho has cramp. Robin with the corner. What can you do here? Crossed in, headed away by Company. Bayern building the pressure more and more. Robin with another corner in, headed away by Aguero. Xabi Alonso. Robin. Can I get the ball in? It's Lahm. In towards Lewandowski. Pizarro, and it's blocked again. Goetze controls it. Boateng, what a strike! And Bayern have finally taken the lead here at the Alliaz Arena. It's the big centre-back, Jerome Boateng, that strikes a beauty past Joe Hart. Pep Guardiola's joining in the celebrations. And now Bayern need to focus because they've got minutes left here to hold on to this lead. They have finally scored. Manchester City tried to defend. They tried to hold on. They made defensive changes. And that's always the risk. You're just inviting pressure when you do that. Headed back. Pizarro's shot was cleared. Goetze brought it down beautifully for Boateng to fire an absolute beauty into the far corner. Oh, it's taken a deflection, I think, actually. Yes, it's a massive deflection off Mario Goetze that took it away from Joe Hart. So it's a massive stroke of luck for Bayern. But they won't care. That's 1-0 and seconds left at the stoppage time set to be announced here. Company. What can City do now? They have made late comebacks before. Can they do it now? Sanya driving forward. Blocked. Bayern now need to be the ones defending. 3 minutes added on. Ajax and PSG have finished 1-1. FC Porto and Bay, it's finished 6-0 there. Still 6 other games going tonight, and this is one of them. Torre going forward. Here's Kolarov. Out wide to Clichy. City won't have many more chances at this. Aguero. Kolarov. They can't find a gap. Every Bayern shirt is back. It nearly fell for Aguero there. Great tackle. And Bayern have it away again. Kolarov going to try and bring it back. Milner. Out wide to Clichy, and it's just too much. And that's that attack over. Barcelona have beaten Apoel 1-0 at home. And Nottingham Forest are 5-3 up now against Fulham. That's a crazy game in the Championship. But back to the Champions League. Maribor have equalised late on against Sporting, and it's finished. So it's a cruel one for Sporting to take. Zahovic equalising in the 90th minute. Who would have thought this game? I thought it had a goal in it, but it was looking like it was going to go to a 0-0 more and more. Can City equalise? Bayern might even score again here. Robin driving forward. Iron Robin, great run. Pizarro! Oh, it's just wide, and that could have sealed it. He's gone for the near post, and Claudio Pizarro just couldn't get it in quite. Headed on, and Dante's played it back to Neuer. Bayern just need to hold on to the ball now. Neuer's hit it forward, and it's gone straight to Sanya. Inviting more pressure from City. Silva. Great ball from Milner towards Aguero, and Dante's holding him off. Aguero, oh, it's inches wide, and Manchester City could have done it there with 30 seconds remaining. Sergio Aguero, we know he scored some late before, and that could have been another one. Dante just putting him off enough, and he didn't have much of an angle to work with there. Fortunately enough for Bayern Munich. 10 seconds remain on the clock. Neuer just to clear. This should be the final kick of the game. Manuel Neuer to clear. And the referee has blown the full-time whistle. A very, very late goal, but a spectacular goal from Jerome Boateng that might have just taken a nick off Mario Götze on the way through. Earns Bayern a precious 3 points at home, which in the end they probably deserved. They might have just been the better team, but both teams had more than enough chances to get a few goals. Surprising that it only finished 1-0 here. And it has been one of the European greats here tonight. Bayern Munich 1, Manchester City 0. And Manchester City will feel a bit hard done by, because they held on, they made defensive changes, and then they just couldn't hold on to that one late on. So the rest of the games this evening: Bayern Munich 1, Manchester City 0, AS Roma 5, CSKA Moscow 1, Ajax 1, PSG 1, Barcelona 1, Apoel 0, Chelsea 1, Schalke 1, Maribor 1, Sporting 1, Athletic Bilbao 0, Shakhtar Donetsk 0, FC Porto 6, Bate Borisov 0. So that is it for tonight. What a final few minutes we saw there. Aguero could have easily got it back for Manchester City. And, well, that's just what happens to you in the Champions League. You need to lose focus for a second, and that is what can happen to you. Manchester City losing out there. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, my link is in the description. I'll join my Sky Bet Fantasy League as well, the Premier League. That'll be in the description below. And well, yeah, just thank you for being here for another great European night. And it is Bayern Munich 1, Manchester City 0. See you later.